Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mainsia. I'm from Jambi University. So I make this video to complete the final test for intermediate English reading class. And from two novels, I choose one novel with the title Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. Nicola Yoon is the author of novel Everything Everything. She is a Jamaican and American writer, and she was born on 1st October 1972 in Jamaica. She has husband and daughter, and currently they live in Los Angeles. Before becoming full-time writer, Yoon worked in financial sector, specifically in investment banking. And following the success of Everything Everything, Yoon also published her second novel with the title The Sun is Also a Star, and also adapted into a film in 2019. Okay, we go to the synopsis. So Everything Everything is a contemporary young adult novel that follows the story of Madeline or Maddie Whittier, a 18-year-old girl with severe combined immunodeficiency or SCID, a rare disease that makes her allergic to nearly everything. Due to her condition, she has lived in isolation inside her home for her entire life with her mother and a nurse. Maddie's life changes when Ollie, a boy her age, moves in next door. Despite the barriers of her illness, they develop a deep connection through window and online communication. Ollie's presence challenges Maddie to reconsider limitation composed by her condition and yearn for a broader experience of life. As their relationship deepens, Maddie makes a daring choice to venture out into the world, as leading to a series revelation and decision that transform her understanding of herself, her health, and her future. So there are 5 points what I like about this novel. First is the story in this novel is unique and interesting because it represents a new nuance. Second, the writing style is creative. For example, involving visual elements like notes, illustration, and so on. This keeps me as a reader from getting bored quickly. Third is strong emotional depiction. For example, the relationship between Maddie and Ollie, which is depicted as very authentic and touching. Fourth is lots of quotes and messages that can be used as learning. And last is presentation of health issues, where I gain a lot of new knowledge about health from this novel. But there are 2 points, the weakness of this novel. First is the storyline is too fast. In some cases, I, as a reader, felt that didn't understand about what was being said because the storyline is too fast. Second is limited perspective. The story only said from Maddie's point of view, so the continuation of several other stories is incomplete. I've also read one novel. The title is Hujan by Tere Lie. And if I compare these two novels, we can see the comparison from two aspects. First is story background, and second is writing style. The story background from novel Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, I prefer itself because it presents a new discussion, specifically health issue, and I think it really adds new knowledge for the reader. But it's different from novel Hujan by Tere Lie. The story discuss about romance, but it do not highlight anything in it. And from writing style, the novel Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon presents writing that is not too complicated to understand, and it displays interesting illustration. And it's also different with the novel Hujan by Tere Lie. I think the novel is too many readings and can makes the reader bored quickly. Yeah, if we analyze the story of novel Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, I think the story is still related to nowadays. Like first, Maid is isolated and desire to be free. Yeah, actually we also have felt these cases when we experience lockdown due to COVID-19. Of course, we felt what Mehdi felt, wanting to be free to leave the house and free from mask. Second is Mehdi and Ollie's online relationship. Yeah, I think it is also happening nowadays, and more, more and more application that can be used to connect someone in online. And last is personal struggle. In the story, Mehdi find out her own identity, and yeah, nowadays many young people are looking for or finding out something due to curiosity, and what's more, their strict parents. There are so many quotes in this novel, and we can get some values from various aspects, such as from morality, ethics, culture, politics, and so on. So this is about first about morality. The quote is life is a gift, don't forget to live it. We can see this quote in chapter life is a gift, page 109. Madeline realization that life with all risk and uncertainties is precious and must to be lived fully challenges the morality of her mother's protective lives. Next is from ethic aspect. The quote is everything's is a risk, not doing anything is a risk, it is up to you. This quote reflects the ethical complexity of making decisions that balance risk and freedom, especially in the context of Madeline's life and her mother's protective but ultimately deceptive actions. Next is from spirituality aspect. Um, the quote is maybe growing up means disappointing people we love. This remark alludes the deeper spiritual journey of understanding oneself and other, admitting flaw, and finding a road to personal truth and growth, despite any hurtless or disappointments that may happen. Next is from social aspect. The quote is I was happy before I met him, but I'm alive now. And those are not the same thing. We can find this quote in chapter Happy Already, page 137. This quote encapsulates the profound impact of human connection on in protagonist Madeline Wither's life. It highlight difference between mere existence versus truly living, which is deeply influenced by her relationship and social interaction. Okay, next from politic aspect, the quote is I have read many more books than you. It doesn't matter how many books you have read. I have read more, believe me. This quote, we can find this quote in chapter The White Room, page 10. This quote reflects to the power dynamics of knowledge and control, which can be extrapolated to political team, where those in power often assert control, information, and knowledge. It highlights how authority figures can manipulate and restrict to information to manipulate to maintain control. Next is from culture aspect. Sometimes we do things for the right reasons and sometimes for the wrong ones, and sometimes it's impossible to tell the difference. This quote reflects the complex relationship between individual actions, cultural expectations, and personal emotions, highlighting the intricate ways in which culture can influence and sometimes conflict with personal desire and moral judgment. Next is from philosophical aspect. The quote is, I read once that on average, we change the majority of our cell every 7 years. Even more amazing, we change the upper layer of our skin every 2 weeks. Every 7 years, I am a completely new person. We can find this quote in chapter Skin, page 95, and this quote from the novel explores the idea of change and transformation over time, reflecting a philosophical perspective on identity and the continuous evolution of self. Next, from psychological aspect, for the quote, actually same like before in ethic aspect, everything is a risk, not doing anything is a risk, it is up to you. This embodies the novel's major topic, which is about how emotional and psychological dangers impact the characters' life and decision. It emphasizes the protagonist's internal conflict and growth as she navigates her unique situation and choices. Last is from education aspect. For the quotes is also same like before. I have read many more books than you. It doesn't matter how many you have read. I have read more. Believe me, I have had a time. This quote from the novel highlight the protagonist's reliance on books for knowledge and experience, suggesting that literature and reading play a significant role in her education and understanding of the world outside her confined environment. It speaks to the idea that education can come from various sources like textbooks or personal explorers. Okay, last but not least, I have one sentence that I got from this novel, and I like this sentence. The sentence is, "We can't always get what we want." So interesting. And yeah, I agree with that. I think, yeah, it's okay to be disappointed. Maybe behind that, what we want is not good for us, or God has more beautiful plan for the future. So, be positive. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.